Welcome to Seeking with Elizabeth, previously titled Noetic Bloom. I've decided to go about this an entirely different way. I really didn't like my videos. I didn't like how I seemed. I didn't like how scripted it all seemed. Like, I was writing scripts, and I have a script now, but I was really reliant on them, which I didn't like. I want this to be more free-flowing, more honest, more real. So I really would like to try again, start over, do something that feels more authentic to myself. Also, I learned how to use a microphone properly, and I realized that the back of my phone camera is much better than the front, so should be better quality now. There's no natural lighting today because it is storming, unfortunately, but it is what it is, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta work with what you gotta work with. Of course, this channel is still about mental wellness and autonomous change. Another reason that I decided to revamp this entire thing is because I'm still trying. I'm still incredibly flawed. And, drinking is still a big problem for me. There's a lot of things that cut out of my life, and a lot of changes that I made, but drinking is something I really struggle with, and I don't do it all the time. I used to do it every day, and that's a whole topic for another episode. But I had it under control, right? And then this past week, I got blackout drunk, woke up with bruises all over. No one saw me fall. No, I wasn't in a fight. Then nothing happened. But this happens every time I get blackout drunk. I wake up covered in bruises. It's incredible. I don't understand. But anyway, of course, I wake up and I'm filled with shame, rightfully so. Embarrassment. What did I say? What did I do? Basically, when I get blackout drunk, I turn right back into the person that I hated. I regress into my worst form, and I can't stand that about myself. And I think the next step for me is to cut out alcohol completely. So no drugs, no pot. I know that's technically a drug, but I mean, it's a little different. No cigarettes, no alcohol. The only thing I've got left is coffee and food. So let's see how this turns out. I'd like to focus this entire channel more about my continuous change, my trying to be better every day instead of saying, hey, look at all the tricks that made me perfect, because I'm not perfect at all. And I know I made that clear before, but I want to make it abundantly clear and make this more about my journey to becoming the person I want to be instead of my journey to becoming the person that I still kind of didn't like. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if all my tips really do work. Getting better means trying every single day. It's a constant effort. It's every single day. It's every minute of every day. AA is not lying when they say it's one day at a time. And that's how I'm going to do it. And I want to show you that it's possible. I want to show you that if you really try, not fake try, if you really try, it's possible. And that's why I'm so confident about trying to quit drinking, because I've quit so many things so far. And I've really done a lot of work on myself. And for what if drinking takes me right back? It's just not worth it. I want to be a better person. I'm going to be a better person. I want to show you that I can be a better person. I want to show you that you can be a better person. You need to seek the change. Welcome to Seeking with Elizabeth. Aristotle is one of the most famous philosophers to have ever lived and is considered the father of modern day science. I've seen many variations of this quote, but the essence of his message seems to be properly paraphrased as, what lies in our power to do lies also in our power not to do. I'd like to talk today about social media and a little bit about discipline. If you want your life and mental health to improve, the first thing you have to do is control your social media intake. Really, that's honestly step number one. I still have a few personal social media accounts, but I have not gone on them. I go on Instagram once every couple months, maybe once a year at this point. I'm not sure. But Facebook I have not been on in years. And I don't mean to say this is like, oh, look at me, I'm better than everyone, I don't go on. No, it's just that I loved social media, but I noticed that every time I went on, it only took a couple minutes until I was pissed off about something. And it was unnecessary. And it was ruining my day for no reason. Over people that I don't even talk to, but your friends, you see everything. I was just miserable every time I went on. And there was an immediate change when I cut it out of my life. An immediate change. It was pretty crazy, actually. I suggested to everyone like to just give it a shot. Don't go on for a few days, see how you feel. Because all of it is very unnecessary. Think about all the jealousy, the FOMO, which is fear of missing out, apparently. That's what some people say. I personally do not like acronyms very much, but can't control the terms people use. Opinions you wouldn't otherwise know from people you don't otherwise speak to. Like, you put yourself out there kind of for no reason. You force people to know things about you they didn't ask, and then you in turn see other things about other people that you didn't ask for or probably didn't even want to know. It was just a lot of unnecessary things, and honestly, in my opinion, we were never meant to keep tabs on everyone we've ever met for the rest of our lives. It's just it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of mental effort. There's a lot of bad stuff that comes with that. And honestly, I've thought about this before. You ever notice that some things that people post on social media are things that you think they would never say that in real life? They would never say that out loud. That's a strange thing to say to 1,000 people. What an odd thing for them to just say or reveal or whatever it may be. Whether it be about themselves or someone else that they know, or even like their political stances. It's like, no one asked you this, and you're just telling everyone, and then there's a huge fight afterwards of people who disagree or whatever, because Facebook is insane. But I realized at some point that I think that people use it as a diary now, if that makes sense. Like, nobody really has diaries or journals. Well, I can't say nobody, but, typically, I don't know anyone. Instead of using a journal, I think that most people are using Facebook and Instagram and all their social media outlets as their diary now. It's so odd to the point where I have seen things that people post on social media, and then when I see them in person, I go, I shouldn't bring that up. Like, that's a little personal. And then I'm like, but they posted it for everyone. So and I'm not judging them, like, at all. And, like, I think this is a way for people to express in a way that they can't express in person anymore, which is, it's not bad or good. It's just something to think about. It just interests me a lot that, like, it really is. It's just a modern day diary in the form of the town square. Everyone can see your diary. And for me personally, I don't want to do that. But that's not really why I'm telling you not to go on social media. It's just things like that. Some people post some really outlandish stuff on there that might make you mad, and it's for no reason. Like, they're allowed to feel how they feel. You don't have to fight with them. And like I said, the jealousy, the fear of missing out, just the constant barrage of things all the time, just constant. The pictures, statuses, videos, opinions, like, just everything that you didn't ask for, and you get addicted to it because that's how they design it. And the mob rule, the freedom of speech issues, just don't get me started. It's just here's something. If you think that you have a good view of what's going on in the world from your news intake that Facebook gives you, you should think again. Definitely find a different news source. Just please do that. Either don't look at the news if you're on, like, from Facebook. Don't be a news person if that's the only place you're getting your news, or go find a new news network. Please, I'm begging you. Don't be one of those people. My advice today is to limit your time on social media, but I would like to also include television. And I brought up discipline earlier, and this is what I mean. These things are addictive. Like I said, they are made to be addictive. They're designed to get us addicted. All of social media, all of television these days. They actually have psychologists, at least for social media, that have given them advice about how to get people addicted to these apps, to these algorithms. They want to get you addicted. They want your eyes all the time. And that's exactly why you get, if you don't go on an app for too long, and all apps are like this. If you don't go on an app for too long, it sends you a little notification like, hey, I'm still here. Hey, check this out. They want to spark that. They want to get you back. They want you back in the cycle. Don't give that to them. Like, you have the power not to do it. So limit your time on social media and on like things like Netflix, Hulu, what have you. Not only is this good for you and good for your mental health, but it will build up your discipline. If you can cut things down little by little that you are addicted to, that you love, but are not good for you, it's a drug. If you just cut it down little by little, that's going to do nothing but good for your life, for your mental health, for your everything. Give yourself a certain amount of time per day. And, I'm not saying cut it out completely. I'm not saying that at all. There's a lot of important things that you get out of social media. There really are. And that's part of the reason why people stay on there even when they hate it. There's a lot of things that you can do that you can't otherwise do. There's a lot of things that you wouldn't otherwise know, like, say, the death of a friend or something like that. Birthdays, anything. People like to connect. People want to connect. Give yourself a certain amount of time per day, maybe half of what you're used to. Then when you're ready to limit yourself to a certain amount of time per day, you make that a rule for yourself. Don't go over this certain amount of time. And you will feel better. I'm not saying don't use your phone. If you're addicted to your phone, it's okay. It's one of those things. You have to be addicted to it. They make it addictive. But also, phones are amazing. They're powerful. They have everything you could ever need in your pocket. And there's so many things you could do. That's the thing. You don't have to stop using your phone. Just replace the amount of social media intake with something else. If you limit yourself to, let's say, 2 hours a day for social media, if you're really bad, if you're on there all day long, cutting it down to 2 hours a day, that's still a lot of time. But if that's much shorter than what you're used to, that's good. And 2 hours is enough time to really get the gist of everything that's going on. Maybe go on before you go to bed at night or in the middle of the day so you really see what's happened that day. But you can replace social media with something substantial. Use your phone for good. There are a lot of good things you could use on your phone. I love my phone, so I could not just stop using it. I had to find things that I wanted to. I pushed myself to go, what will help me grow? What will help me learn? What can I do for the next few hours on my phone where I will come out feeling like I'm a little bit better than I was when I went into my phone? There are 2 great education apps that are also websites. You could do your phone, your website. Although they have a lot of videos, it's probably better to use your laptop for that. But they're free. You could take free classes. You can pay for like proof that you took this course or whatever, that you are now familiar with Stalinism. That's one of the classes I took. But I don't know. For me, that wasn't important. I want to be a better person. I want to be smarter. I'm trying to be something that I wasn't before. And a free class was perfect for me. And that helps with discipline also. And it's really, like, these things, they're not hard. They're not difficult at all. All you have to do, and they're on your own time. All you have to do is do it. That's all you have to do. If you use Coursera, that's a good one, or edX. EDX, those 3 letters, edX and Coursera. These 2 are great. I love them so much. I've used them both. So many options, so many vast options, whatever you could possibly be interested in. I'm sure you could find something relating to it on there. Or even if you want, if you want to better yourself for a job or something, you could still put that you took these classes, say, on your Indeed profile, even if you don't have the card, Also, for Indeed, this is something else you can do. If you want to up your life, if you want to come up, they have these tests on there now. So if you take these classes, right, you're going to get something out of it. You're going to learn. So even if you don't have the card that you pay for that proves that you took whatever, if you take a marketing class, you will be better at marketing. And you can take the marketing test on Indeed. They have these little couple minute long tests now, and they'll tell you what you're proficient in, what you just excel in general, things you're poor at, but you don't have to put that on your profile. But you put all your good test results on your profile, and that will help people hire you. And also, if you make your Indeed profile like top notch, just really give it a whole day and really go hard on your Indeed profile. That's what I did, and I got job opportunities I never knew I could have. I cannot recommend that enough. Really, really do really good things with your Indeed profile. Take the test. Whatever you think you might be good at, take the test. You'll be surprised at how good you are at some things. Coursera, edX. Great sites. You could Duolingo. Learn Spanish. Learn French. Learn Italian. Learn anything. And they make these into like little games. It's fun. And you're not gonna be perfect, but that's great. This is a way to better yourself using your phone instead of just scrolling Twitter, Instagram, Facebook over and over again in this deadly cycle that's going to keep you glued to your phone and your couch without ever thinking about anything. Do you think that's good for your future? Do you think it's good for your future to just have a smooth down brain? That's what they want. Don't give them what they want. There are a lot of music apps, and I don't mean just to listen to music. I mean to learn music. Like there's music pitch apps, music theory apps. There's so many kinds of different music apps. I was using them when I was trying to learn the piano, which I have to get back to. I got this nice keyboard, and I've not been trying, and I really want to. Geography, history, politics, whatever you're into, download a good news app so you don't have to get your news from Facebook, which will keep you locked into the Facebook system. That's why they include all this stuff on Facebook, so that you never have to leave Facebook. Does that sound like something you would be part of? There's endless learning apps. You just have to look for them. At one point I was looking for them, and my phone was so filled with them I had to delete so many because there's too many. I couldn't possibly use them all. Religion, art, history. Actually, I'm really into art. I used to be into art, but I didn't know a damn thing. And these apps really helped me. Like you can probably see. I have Salvador Dali there. I have a Magritte up top. Obviously, I'm a huge surrealist fan, which I didn't know. I didn't know anything about art. I just liked art, like every pretentious ass does. But I really gave it an effort, and I found some incredible artists, incredible art pieces. I have a Van Gogh art print over there, the almond tree or almond branch. One of those names, but something I never knew he painted. It's beautiful. I have a ton that I got from this website called artprints.com. It's pretty simple, but more often than not, everything is 50% off. So the most expensive thing you have to get is a frame, and that sucks, but the prices of these art prints you can't beat. And they have pretty much all the classics. Any classic you could think of, they have. And there's some incredible artists out there that you think you like art, you don't know anything until you really start to learn. These things are these people were incredible. Anyway, if you are in art, there's an app called Artly, which I really enjoy, and Daily Art. I really like that one. If you're into working out, my two favorite workout apps, which I have to get back on, are FitOn, FITON, one word, FitOn, and Punch Lab. That's kind of like boxing for people who don't know how to box. And, obviously you're never going to get in a ring, but it really works up a sweat. It's amazing. And FitOn has, like, all kinds of stretches and HIIT. It's amazing. If you're into, say, like, stories. I'm a huge story person. If you can't tell, I love stories. I'm obsessed with stories. And even things that are not real, like not out there. Like they're real, but like they're just made by somebody like you or me who is really talented, way more talented than I could ever be. And they write these stories and they draw them out and they upload them on these sites. There's the one that I prefer is WEBTOON, one word, and that's really my guilty pleasure. Like, you may not learn much, but these people are so talented. You've got to give it a shot. And even that, you are supporting normal people who don't have an agenda, who aren't getting paid millions of dollars from people who want them to push their agenda. They're just normal people who are like, I have a story idea and I'm a talented artist and I'm going to just upload it. Like, these people, I'm so impressed with them. Incredible people. But even that is better than social media or just endless hours of Netflix. And who knows? Maybe it'll inspire you. I don't know. On top of all the educational apps you could possibly want on your phone store, Google Play, or I don't know, iTunes Store. I don't know. There are a lot of YouTube learning apps, and here are some of my favorites. The Weekend University, Academy of Ideas, Crash Course, one word, History HYENAS. I really love this one because that's Chris DiStefano, who's one of my favorite comedians. He's incredible. He has a lot of amazing podcasts, but this is an educational one. Biographics, that's where they have a bunch of documentaries, and Oversimplified. These are all incredible sources for knowledge, and they break it down really, really simply and in a pretty short time span. I cannot suggest these enough. My point is there are so many things you could do on your phone that are not social media. Please give them a try. Of course, like I said, I'm not saying don't go on social media. I understand the need for it. I understand its perks, the necessity for it. I think I'm shaking this. I understand the necessity for it, but there are so many things you could be doing with your brain than sitting and scrolling on various social media outlets for every day of your life. And it's not going to make you any better. Ever. It's not going to do anything for you. And, I hope that you guys can get something out of this. I hope that you guys can find something that you enjoy. Even if your thing is like rock collecting, I guarantee there's an app for that. There's an app for everything. There's a YouTube channel for that. There's everything for every hobby. You just have to look for it. So that's my advice. Give yourself a time limit for social media. Use that other time on your phone to do something to better your brain. That's all. Before I end this today, I would like to give a message to a woman named Ava who has suffered a very deep personal loss. I'm very sorry for what you're going through. I cannot imagine the pain you must be in. And I hope that you can make it out of this in one piece. My heart goes out to you. Henry James once said, "Sorrow comes in great waves, but rolls over us. And though it may almost smother us, it leaves us. And we know that if it is strong, we are stronger, inasmuch as it passes and we remain." That's it for today. Please like, subscribe, comment, anything you feel you should give to let me know to keep doing these videos. Even if you don't, I will probably keep on making them because I believe in what I'm doing and I think I have a good message to give out. And that is it for today. I want to thank you, anyone who is listening now or might be listening in the future. You have my gratitude eternally, and I hope that you are better tomorrow than you are today. Keep trying. Godspeed, guys.